knitted.
I made this keychain. And that's done.
Daddy, can we get you out?
I dedicated this book to my family because I love it.
Good.
Shining like the sun, so high in the sky, brighter than the light, looking at the earth.
Good.
Hi, Dad, it's me, Rachel. We just decided that we're going to go to
And
the
this is
Arboretum, and we'll meet you
Black,
at lunch
white,
at...
We'll be there about noonish.
Happy
Be there about noonish.
Look for us.
Spring.
In the main garden. Okay.
Happy,
Well, that's what
exciting season.
Tell them it's at the junction of 41 and
Dog.
It's
Highway
at the
5.
Cute farm fest.
junction
backyard
of 41 and 5.
And you drew a picture too.
And 365.
Enchanted.
Sure.
But
And that's the Arboretum.
Monarch-
It's in
monarch
Chance.
butterfly flies. They are beautiful.
That's it.
Many groups do come out and make use of those. And then to the right of the lobby is a gift shop. You can browse through and perhaps find something of interest to you in there. You know, about 3-4 weeks ago on a Sunday morning, kind of early on Sunday morning, we had a special tram tour for a group. It was a bus tour from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. They had people from New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and they were on their way to Yellowstone. Most annuals like a sunny location, so that's why they're on the side hill there where they get a lot of sun. You're welcome to walk up there and take a closer look at those annuals, see which ones you might be interested in using next year in your own annual garden. And this little triangle right here on the right where you see all the beautiful petunias, we had hyacinths not too long ago, and they're coming back very nice. They were cutting off some of the old flower ends on those. Looking back across that triangle, you had the Japanese garden. That's about a half-acre garden designed by a landscape professor, Koichi Kawano from the University of California. He kept everything authentic in there. That stone lantern at the gate and the other stone pieces were hand-carved, shipped over for that garden. There's a waterfall in there recirculating water. This ground cover right around the tree on the deck, that's Pachysandra, or Japanese spurge. That ground cover does real well in a shady location. There's quite a bit of ground cover, samples of ground cover you can see around the Arboretum. Right back in the Snyder building, there's some periwinkle, epimedium there. In the Japanese garden, you'll find some barrenwort ground cover in there. And I mulch it with the compost from my compost bin, and apparently there was some morning glory seeds in with the compost in the Horticulture Research Center. And looking over the top of the raspberries there, you see 4 little dwarf apple trees. There's a Harrelson Keepsake, State Fair, and Sweet 16 in there. They're the ones that were developed here. You see a few apples left on one of them there. You see the big red apple back in the corner there?
Yes.
That's a decoy. That has sticky material all over, like fly dust going inside on the trellis there. That's also rolled down in the wintertime for winter protection. This is high bush cranberry right here in the right front of the greenhouse. See all the little red berries on. And this vine right here on the trellis on the right, that's a Dropmore scarlet honeysuckle. That does bloom the full growing season, that beautiful little red flower on. And here on the right you see some hostas going out in a little bit more sun. Normally they like a lot of shade, but these are doing quite well out here where they get just a little bit more sun. And then on both sides of the tram here you have ginkgo trees. Now that's the oldest known. The other 1/3 is privately owned. Now right in the here, your big blue stem grass, your little blue stem, about 4 different varieties of goldenrod. You see the goldenrod are in beautiful shape right now. And also the coneflowers are black-eyed Susan, lead plant, Canada tick clover, and so forth. It's not a natural prairie area, so it does have to be burned off every so often in order to get rid of the tree seedlings. In fact, it was burned off just this spring. And see, it's come back very nicely because fire doesn't bother your prairie plants. In fact, it stimulates the roots and seeds of the plants, so it'll come back very nicely. We're expanding the prairie area over here around the parking lot on the left. That was just seeded last fall. It's coming along real. The structures, there's a demonstration garden and some signage over there. I'll tell you more about what plants you area down to the down to the creek here. There's been quite a lot of interest in prairie plants the last few the last few years. You see some sunflowers over here. This creek we're crossing here goes down to Green Heron Pond. We have a well up here. We pump water into that creek in order to maintain the level of Green Heron Pond during the hotter, dry months. This little tree in front of them, now look at how crooked the stems are. No, that's just a quirk of nature. That's how they grow. They do not grow upright. You have some weeping spruce right here on the right. We'll see a weeping jack pine a little bit later on up by the Snyder building called Uncle. They're thornless coxthorn, beautiful little trees. They do not have the thorns. They get a little white blossom, and then the berry that hangs on pretty much into the winter. They're just a small tree. They do not get to be a large tree. That's your thornless coxfur hawthorn. Now this is one of the largest flowering crabapple tree collections in the country. There's probably over 300 or 350 different varieties of flowering crabapple trees in this collection. They generally peak right around Mother's Day. This year they were about a week or a week and a half after Mother's Day when they ran down both sides to make sure of that. So I just have to believe. And there's some little Kentucky coffee trees right around the memorial there. The Kentucky coffee tree is a native tree. There's one right on the terrace back of the Snyder building that has those big pods on. It's a beautiful tree. Then over here on the left, these red leaf maples are royal red. The one with the tag up kind of high there, that's a Northwood maple. It's a beautiful fall color. That was discovered by Dr. Snyder. These medium-sized trees right here on the right are hackberry. That's a native tree. Been used quite a bit to replace the elm tree. It's kind of the tree does kind of resemble the elm tree, the crown of the tree. And over here on the left you have your fir tree collection. There's some white fir, corkbark fir, and Fraser fir in there. Now remember, on a fir tree your cones point up. Spruce and pine tree they point down. So you remember fir up and spruce down. That's how you can remember that. The Douglas fir, they were pointing down. It's not actually a true fir. Look at how this tree right here on the right, and the right is getting the fall color, not really color, but it's dropping its leaf. See this little copper-colored tree, bark tree right there on the left? That's an amur choke cherry. That's a very attractive tree. It's real pretty when it's in bloom. And in the old-fashioned or hardy rose garden, right on the end of this first row here, there's a couple of beautiful yellow roses. There's a Harrison yellow and an Austrian briar. They're very pretty when they're in bloom, but unfortunately they only bloom once early in the growing season. Do not repeat blooms. Kind of like going fishing. You should have been here last week. But you ought to come out earlier in the season to see that yellow rose when it's in bloom. Now we're renovating the old-fashioned or hardy rose garden. See, over the years a good many of them had deteriorated. It was growing up from rootstock, and also none of them they do not require any winter protection. They're all winter hardy, so you do not have to give them protection like you do the tender roses. Over here on the right, that is the smoke bush. The dark one is the royal purple smoke bush. The green one is the common smoke. See, that wind didn't just blow that up there. One time earlier in the spring, they were doing some hybridizing or cross-pollinating, and once they cross-pollinate the flower, they hang a bag over it, so stray pollen cannot get in. So they know they're getting a true seed they want to get from that one particular cross. They just, some reason or other, left one bag hanging on there. Down along the creek here, you have the willow tree collection. We have willow trees from other parts of the world there. And here close to us on the right is the hydrangea collection. The taller ones there with the blossoms on, the peachy or woody type hydrangea, you just want to prune off the old flower heads on those. The shorter ones are your snowball or Annabelle. See, they're just past their peak now. The blossoms are getting green. Now they bloom on current season or this year's growth. So you want to just cut them down a couple buds above the ground level in early spring or fall of the year, and they'll come back and bloom. This is gray dogwood right over here on the left. Up past the parking lot, there's where we had the dahlia test area as they grow. This is buckthorn right here on the right. A little thin at the bottom. You see, you need your bushes wide at the bottom, narrow at the top, so sun can get in, make a nice flush bush to the ground, clear to the ground.
Okay,
this is chokeberry, the first one here on the right. The tall one in the middle here on the right is a bridal wreath spirea. That's real pretty when that's in bloom. Then you have a red twig dog flowers on. Here's a spruce tree right on the right. Over on the left here, the two lower ones are boxwood. That third one back of the boxwood where you see the blossoms on, that's an Anthony Waters spirea. Here's a little arborvitae hedge right here on the left. And then this light colored one on the left here, so we have the 9-bark facing is here on the left. And a nannyberry, this first tall one here on the left, so some honeysuckle, a little low one. Over on the right, there's several varieties of honeysuckle, several varieties of arborvitae back in there. In the arborvitae collection, I mentioned how some of those are pruned a little differently. See the pyramidal ones are they're cut back at the bottom. Doing that shelter now. And that's a black walnut tree right at the corner of the picnic shelter, and another one in front. See the boxes hanging on the side of those walnut trees? Those are bat boxes. Those are for the bats to crawl in during the day. Hopefully they come out in the evening and catch lots of mosquitoes. This is a walnut tree right here close to right. That's just loaded with fruit. Look at all the walnuts hanging on that. Now we're getting up toward the northern end of the range of walnuts, although you'll find some growing further north in Minnesota. And there's another little buckeye right here on the right. At the foot of the trellis, these little rose bushes to be a pretty good sized bush. Right at the other side of the trellis there are the dye herbs. Those are the herbs used in dyeing of fabrics. That garden is maintained by the Weavers Guild. A little further up that trellis is the fragrant herb garden and the kitchen herb garden. Those gardens are maintained by the Herb Society. The two big elm trees you see on the right there in the background, that's the only two in the Arboretum that we do treat for Dutch elm disease. On this trellis on the right is housepine and bittersweet growing. And just behind that trellis is the cloister garden. That's the garden patterned after the gardens found around the monasteries in Europe. And there you see a large arborvitae hedge right back of the cloister garden. The path to the right goes back to through the perennial garden. That's a beautiful garden to go through because every week of the growing season you'll find something different in blossom there. The next path to the right, it goes up where the true lily and the daylily garden. Most of those are past their peak now, but also up there's the dahlia garden and the chrysanthemum garden. The dahlias are in beautiful shape right at the present time, and I'll find many of the chrysanthemums in bloom. This is a weeping jack pine right here. See it on the right? That one's called Uncle Fogey, the name of that. Sprawled all over the place. Then you have a smoke tree. See right along the rock wall there, that tree with all the smoky looking blossoms? That's a smoke tree right there. It's a little larger smoke tree. On Tuesdays through Saturdays at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we have free walking tours leaving the Snyder building. At 1 o'clock, we have volunteer guides who will take you all through the perennial garden, the rose garden, the Japanese garden, and so forth. It takes about an hour and a half. There's a beautiful walking tour to take in. You need not make advance reservations. Just come out Tuesdays through Saturdays. You meet at 1 o'clock in the afternoon in the Snyder building. Here's some more Japanese tree lilacs right here on the right. One of the goals of the Arboretum is research. We being the major Arboretum furthest north, a great deal of our research is developing.
So you go on the far side as you call it. Okay. Now turn around and look mostly at the water.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandma. Look at the waterfall.
Okay, Marilyn, you go in front. We don't want to see Rachel.
Mommy, yell at him.
Rachel, chill out.
You're on the camera, Rachel. We're going to show this one at your wedding. Hey, stay there. Wait. Right there. By the statue.
This is a Kodak moment.
Okay.
Rachel, get over here! Rachel! Wait! Hold it! Grandpa! That was a picture of us!
Hey, Rachel. have to get up there next to the falls.
Let's try this.
Guess what?
Tyler does it get his practice. We cut that.
basket.
It does now.
Now it's getting pretty mushy.
Getting mushy, Grandma. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Grandma. We're making baskets. We put some moss around the edge, and now we're putting Q-tips that are dipped in glue around the little bottoms of this, and then we put them in the basket, like
Sure.
this. That's how you do it. If this ends it too long, we have to crack them.
Oh, Joanna, would you be so kind as to put your camera away?
Kristen wanted some of them. Ronnie took some of the house when we was emptying the whole thing over there. And Ron went in each room and he swung around and was taking pictures and was going to send them to Chris. She wanted that. The bird feeder. To see the, yeah, there's the bird feeder.
Well, it's cloudy here today, but it's not too bad. It's nice. So,
Monday she goes to North Dakota. What is that up there?
Fargo.
No, is it Fargo?
Oh, that's where
Oh boy, it's way up there.
It's right along in there, huh? And I know Abel and Art Pfaffenbach didn't used to like you kids either. Remember Pfaffenbachs?
Lives next there.
Yeah.
He was pretty tall guy.
Oh, Art,
Yeah.
he's still around.
What?
Yeah.
Art Pfaffenbach.
Does he live in Lake Mills?
No, he lives in town here, but he's got a copy.
It was the 2nd of
Harold
February.
was a smart one. He went to college someplace.
He was in the movies out in California.
I think so.
He was.
Yeah, I know.
When
I know he got into some pictures anyway.
That was Emil's. That was the next
That
house.
was their,
That
yeah,
wasn't.
that's right.
That was Herbie.
Yeah.
Because when she said Harold, I thought it wasn't Harold that I heard of, it was Herbie.
Harold would have been Herbie's uncle.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one that married, what's his name that used to walk around?
That girl. He married that girl.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
This is really a nice one. We've got one too, but it's the
The
bigger
big
one.
old-
Yeah, Joe. Do you want to save the film, Joe? Take that. There's no film left. He has 2 spent films.
I brought a roll of...
One.
I didn't think you were that old. Smile. Smile. Look at the lady.
It's your turn now. Next.
Get Frankie.
Isn't it too dark in the corner there?
Not here. We light things up.
Alice and them on there. You gotta finish your blueberries,
I
my
didn't want to
That's
say
what I
that in
tried to
Georgia,
do,
but
but I
that's the
wanna
neighbor's
watch
kids.
Because they want to miss anything.
See, there's a cute one at Frank where he's sitting in that little
The
wooden
time we was
away
hunting
with
out
rocking
there.
cap on,
You took
but
mine
you're
away.
like, you kick on
The
that.
time we was hunting out there, and Eric was along.
You were
Earhart,
a little bigger, kid. I
Earhart.
figured that after you.
isn't his husband?
Yeah, that's Earhart. There's no Eric.
That's what he said.
No, he said Earhart.
Yeah, he said Eric.
Good. Yeah, Brownie, Arnie Brown's wife was there. How is Nita?
I just saw her, Lindy's freezer.
He wants to get Tootie on the picture. Get Tootie on the picture.
Yeah, and her husband, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
After all these years.
That camera will never be safe again. You're gonna have to send that in for a repair.
Who's got the camera anyway?
Joe.
She's got one of those moving ones.
Oh,
Smile. Who was that who went to Hollywood?
Yeah.
Puffenbach.
Yeah.
He went to Niagara Falls.
Your mother and Mandy always
Yeah,
Really?
He would have went over Niagara
Yeah.
Falls 2 at a time. I said, that wire's got a bend in it. I have to have that, he said. Yeah, and when they took x-ray, every half hour, can you lay on that slab for that?
Yeah, that damn hard slab.
5 of them they took, half an hour.
I think that's your favorite part, Matthew.
I had to go over on the camera. Won't that melt, Dad? Oh, hi, Grandma. And where do we live?
And we hear the train while it's real short. And I hear it coming this way. No, sorry, yeah.
And Matthew, where do they live?
They live in New York.
In New York? Oh my word, they came all this way just to see you?
How'd they get here? Did they drive?
How did they get here to
You know how
you?
they got here? Because we went to Omaha. That was a long ways away. And then we went to the Omaha airport, and then we got to...
In other words, they came how?
First, we went to the mall. And then
How did we get here?
No, we drove.
Oh,
Drove
you drove.
again.
Well, you drove from Omaha, but where did you pick them up at in Omaha?
At the airport.
And what comes into the airport?
A plane.
Can you stand by them? Can you stand by
We'll
Grandma
stand by
Brown?
them and Grandpa.
This one that wants to take a picture.
Another one. Matthew, can you introduce the children to your grandma and grandpa?
Can you start back here?
What are their names?
Around.
All their names.
Touch them on the head if you want to introduce everybody. What are their names? Okay. You can start with. And what's his name? What's his name?
Aaron.
Okay.
Who's next?
Start up here.
Who's next?
Do you know her? Bailey.
I think I'm losing my temper if my mom sees all this. Abby. Hi, Abby. Abby. What's always Abby. Don't touch go. What's her name? Tiffany.
What's your name?
Tyrell, please sit up. And Abby. Did you get Abby?
Abby.
Caitlin?
Abby.
And Caitlin, where's Caitlin?
Abby's right here.
How long are Grandma and Grandpa going to stay with you?
But that's 2 days.
Oh, so you're
What
gonna
day
have
are we leaving?
7 Saturday.
Saturday.
How many are there?
Mama, and you got your mama. Open the door and look at him. I see. I see 17. I think there's 17.
17?
Or maybe 18.
Wow. What number are we on?
What do we around 60 some?
How full? Oh, I think we've got it under control. Don't pull it too far one way. We need a chair? Here, show me this chair to Miss Pat. Slide it around.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 36, 47, 48, 49, 50.
51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 64.
Courtney, very good, Courtney. Oh, there's Pastor right here. No. Number 4. Who's number 4 at preschool? Yeah, Brittany, push your chair. I know who number 5 is. Yep. Push your chair. Thanks.
No, we don't need your back. No, we'll just line up for now. Okay? All right.
Number 6.
Number 6?
Number 6. Trista. And who's number 7? Boy, Alex, you are fast. Has anybody figured out which number Mrs. Sawyer didn't do yet? 2, 3, 4. Which number's missing?
1.
That's right. We're missing number 1. We'll have to find a special place for number 1. 7, 8. 8's already here. 9.
8? This is 8. This is 9.
Come on, 8. Push your chair in. That's okay, Kelsey. You can stay
You're
there.
yeah, you're right behind 8.
And we got number 9. And number 10. 10's Rachel. Number 11. Cassie. Push your chair, sweetie. Don't trip on number 12. Number 12. This is okay. Okay, push your chair so we don't trip on it. And where should we put number 1 today? fancy restaurant? Please, and thank you, and may I, and you're welcome. Oh, it's fancy. Beautiful. They do on tablecloths.
Look at me.
Tricia looks really pretty. Drew looks really pretty. Alex, wow, this guy's handsome. He's ready to pray. And when we pray, remember, we're whispering in Jesus' ear, aren't we? So we close our eyes and we just whisper right in Jesus' ear. And we're going to say, let's do what Pastor taught us. That was fun. Okay? Our hands folded. Oh, we don't want to wait. We don't need Jesus' way. Thank you, God, for the flowers sweet. Thank you for the food we eat. Thank you for the birds that sing. Thank you, God, for everything. Amen. And Courtney brought the snacks. When you tell Courtney, thank you.
We eat my man.
Right quick, we'll start till 10 in the morning.
You got the flea market on the truck?
Oh, okay. Yankton Flea Market. Where are we, Dad?
601 Burley Street, Yankton, South Dakota at the flea market.
Okay. Mom insisted on coming here, right?
Right. Yours.
What are you doing?
I have my Cindy face on. Not on camera.
Wow, yay! He's got it.
All right, pull it again.
Pull it again. Wow!
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that Tylenol, extra strength Tylenol.
Matthew, you're so cute.
I know. That nurses, doctors use most. I'm the only one that thinks that.
Does Daddy have a surprise for Matthew?
I've got a surprise for Matthew.
Fun tonight, honey?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, you better speed it up there, kid. Right?
Yeah.
Boy, this is an easy pumpkin to get the seeds out of.
How about using a bigger spoon?
Are you finishing it up? Is that the idea?
Okay,
Okay.
good.
One more.
So do you have a heat pump also?
Okay. Now, the nose, right?
I'm
What happened to the
not
mustache?
I gave up.
Oh, you gave up on the
I was
mustache?
just teasing.
Oh, okay.
Well, we could always draw a mustache on with black magic marker.
Good idea.
Yeah. Oh yeah, nobody.
Another minute or so and I'll be all with you.
How did you get that?
I don't know. I'm sorry, and I'm gonna go on this side so I can watch
Okay,
it.
okay, well here, we'll do it this way and we'll turn it around for Grandma.
Ready? Here's Mom again.
We'll see what's up here.
Oh, it's pretty well worn.
Rocky, don't pour on yourself.
Watch out, Matthew.
Are these on sale, Kristen?
Good gracious.
What if we burn the house down? Will we?
Here. I got it.
No, we won't burn the house down, Matthew.
Mama's got the solution.
No, you didn't burn that. Turn the lights off. I know. I can't. But
Okay.
turn the light off.
Okay.
Ready?
Put the cover on.
Put the cover.
Wait.
Okay, now we have to go over and show Grandma.
Ooh, get the napkins.
Wow, is that a pumpkin? Oh, these are the scary napkins. Okay, sit up nice, Matthew. Look at the pumpkin with Grandpa. Are you acting cool, Matthew? Just be normal.
Yeah, hanging out, and hanging on.
That's a symbol. Now, can you stand with Grandpa? So there you go. She'll be able to see it now. And now, just right, Matthew.
Well, underneath.
Start over here.
Now, how do I make a heart?
Okay. Okay, now can you sign Matthew? No, I was trying to reach William and see what was going on. He won't be coming home.
Okay, a little bit more right here.
Sit down.
Now I'm back here a little bit more too on these big ones that you put in the daffodils. Matthew, back here.